There's a condition that also comes up called split brain, and this is when actually the corpus callosum, which we'll see in a future slide, which is Latin for tough body, which is thick bundle of nerve fibers that connect the left and right hemispheres. In some cases, there are individuals actually who have split brains, and what ends up happening is that depending on where the field of vision is or what stimuli, they may be able to see a picture but may not be able to draw it, or may not be able to say what it is, because their visual system is not connecting to the left hemisphere to say, hey, this is what I saw. Conversely, they could draw it. They could draw what they saw, but they could not articulate it until someone else said something to them and then they recognized it. So lateralization is our left and right hemispheres serve differing functions. This specialization is apparent after brain damage. Damage to the left hemisphere impairs reading, writing, speaking, arithmetic, reasoning, and understanding. Similar damage to the right hemisphere has less visibly dramatic effects, but researchers have found that this minor right hemisphere is not as limited as previously believed. As we stated earlier, the corpus callosum is a large band of neural fibers connecting the two brain hemispheres that carries messages between them. The split brain is a condition resulting from surgery that isolates the brain's two hemispheres, or in some cases, there are some individuals who were not born with it. Some strange condition that they had not actually been born with it. They connect the two hemispheres. Some were cut in patients who experienced major epileptic seizures to be able to stop the epilepsy in those localized areas of the brain where the tissue may be damaged, and there's actually a large probability that they may experience these epileptic seizure or this electrical storm that occurs in the brain. Here is the cutaway of the corpus callosum in the brain. If we look at the brain we're looking at, you see this teardrop thing sort of in the middle. That actually is the corpus callosum. This is the tough bundle of fibers. Over here we have it's shown in red in between the two hemispheres, sort of the neural connections, and it's shown right here. The intact brain. Data received by either hemisphere are quickly transmitted to the other side across the corpus callosum. If in the severed corpus callosum brain, this information sharing does not take place. And there's a video that actually you can watch on a famous experiment about split brain that shows someone who does not have their corpus callosum intact and what happens when the hemispheres can't contact each other or communicate with each other. In the brain, each hemisphere does perform distinct functions. Humans have unified brains with specialized parts. The left hemisphere is good at making quick, exact interpretations of language, where the right hemisphere excels in making inferences, modulating speech, and facilitating self-awareness.